talk about the co-main event. Weili Zhang taking on Valentina Shevchenko. Evan, give me your thoughts.
Yeah, this is another fight that's just awesome. I mean, this should be a to me this should be a pay-per-view main event because this is two of probably the top. I'm going to say top three, but you could say top five women's fighters of all time, going at it. And I'm going to take the slight underdog. I'm going to take Zhang Weili in her move up to flyweight and claim double champ status here. Zhang Weili, although she's moving up a weight class, and she's not going to be the naturally bigger woman in this fight, she is incredibly strong for, she's always been incredibly strong for straw weight. I think she's going to be able to match the strength of Shevchenko in this. And one thing that she has that the last two fighters that Shevchenko has taken on didn't have is a more varied offense. She fought Manon Fior, who's a almost an exclusive striker, and that's why Shevchenko was able to focus on evading the strikes and working her ground game. Although Shevchenko also held her own on the feet there, and then Grasso was also doing the same thing. So Zhang Weili is going to be able to mix it up with Shevchenko. And I do think Shevchenko is on a bit of a slide. I don't think she's in her prime anymore. And I just think this is Weili's time to be double champ and cement herself in that top three of all time.
Oh, man. I'm going to disagree with you here. I think Valentina Shevchenko wins this. I just think that we can't act, and I know I know you're not necessarily, but we can't act as if Weili Zhang doesn't have blemishes on her record. We've seen this girl get absolutely starched by Rose Namajunas. And for me, looking at this fight, man, I look at it and I say, every single time we think an opponent has an advantage over Valentina Shevchenko, even if she loses, like an Alexa Grasso, she comes back and she dominates. She comes out and she uses their best against them. And I just can't stop envisioning this happening the same way, because we could pick Weili Zhang, right? You could pick Weili Zhang to win this fight. But I have a question. Where is she better than Valentina Shevchenko at? What's going to be her calling card with her coming up in weight? Think about all the fighters Valentina has faced. Where is she going to 100% have the advantage over Valentina Shevchenko? For me, Evan, I can't answer that. I don't know what it is. Outside of she's supposedly going to be stronger than her. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know. I think that Valentina is the most technical mixed martial artist that Weili Zhang has ever fought. The most technical. And I think that while Weili Zhang might be the strongest she's fought in recently, I don't think she's the best that she's fought personally. I think she's fought in girls that are similar to Weili Zhang. I think Weili Zhang did a great job dominating at her weight class, but I think coming up in weight against a Valentina, it's a different animal. It's a little bit of a different animal. And to be quite honest with you, since we were bringing up previous fights, obviously she dominated Alexa Grasso. She did look good in the first fight until she didn't. And then she went out there and she absolutely blanked Manon Fiorot, right? But I didn't think Weili Zhang looked good in her title defense against I don't want to butcher the girl's name.
Yao Zhanan.
Yao Zhanan. I didn't think she looked good in that fight. I thought Yao Zhanan was dominating Weili Zhang. And so, like, for me, I get her coming up in weight, but I also feel like if you weren't always able to dominate the opponents that were in front of you, it's hard to then go up and take on and beat the lady that I think is the consensus greatest women's mixed martial artist of all time in Valentina Shevchenko. I just think Valentina Shevchenko is going to be way too smart in there. She's going to be way too ahead of Weili Zhang. And I think that Weili Zhang might try to lean in for shots and swing big hooks and then try to get her takedown going. But I just think Valentina is going to always have an answer for her. So for that, give me Valentina, the Bullet Shevchenko, to retain her championship. Daniel, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'll make this quick. I think that it's probably going to go the distance. These two are phenomenal. I think we could see, a knockout on like the Valentina side, sure. But I think these two are two of the best, and rightfully so. We're seeing a matchup. I think Valentina can win a decision. That's probably where I would lean. I think I could see a world where Weili tries to get a wrestling involved, and it just doesn't work out. And Valentina isn't necessarily a power puncher, so I could see her winning on points, and that's probably where my bet would lie. I think Valentina wins by decision.
I will tell you this. Whenever we pick an opponent or we think the opponent is going to, beat Valentina, be a tough opponent, she always comes out game. It's always her best performance typically. I'll never forget her putting Jessica Andrade in a crucifix and just elbowing her lights out until she finished her. I think Valentina could make a statement. I personally think Valentina could win by TKO or submission. Like Weili Zhang almost got submitted against Yao Jinan. She almost got submitted in that fight. I get it. Almost doesn't count. I get that. However, I do think that the finishing upside, the finishing ability is on Valentina Shevchenko's side, 100%. And I think that you got to wonder how Weili's going to carry the extra weight, like going into the later rounds. Man, I could see a finish, man. I could see it's not too often I pick a finish in women's fights, but man, I think that Valentina could finish her.
The place that it all goes down. Get up, let me begin. This is TWSN. You ain't heard about us yet, well you better know now, because it's the place that it all goes down.
Shout out Young Swish.